Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. City creation basically we are discussing one of the topic that is future creation. Basically, in this basically we are discussing that these files. In this, one of the person told that France actually got upon a time I. Upon a time I is the word basically which France actually got, and that is the word basically. In this word basically they have created lots of things, and from this word basically they are controlling the whole world basically. So like this whole world is basically controlled by the France basically. So here basically I'm taking an example of France basically, and France is up to that level powerful also basically. So here basically one of the point is basically one of the person told that we have the software, right, basically, which is tracking that which is tracking and which is telling that we have the data of each and every world's matrix basically. France is telling that from these characters basically, from these words basically, we can control the whole world matrix. So here basically I will take one example basically. Here basically I will take one example. This is just first we will copy this basically. This thing basically. Upon a time upon a time, this is one thing, and another is hundred crore matrix 100 crore matrix which is controlling the whole world and all objects all objects of entire world. So this is one thing, right? So one other person told that basically everybody knows, and this everything basically you have discussed basically. Then basically one other person told that why you are discussing this basically. So one other person told that why you are discussing. So this is one thing. Now here what is the new basically? One other person basically asked the question, what is actually new? Here the new is this upon a time basically is going to control the entire 100 crore matrix, and this matrix data software industry basically have, that is the data science project basically. And this matrix basically, if they might not be having the matrix, then basically how the things are basically getting controlled, that is the main point basically. But this data normal software company might not be having, but the energy level companies basically they might be 100% having, but and software companies basically they might not be having. Normal software companies like not energy level software companies. The on energy level software companies means who knows text box equal to 1000 cities, that is energy level software companies. And the people who don't know that text box is equal to 1000 cities, that is basically the normal company. So this is data science projects basically, which is basically not created by the normal software company. So they have to create basically. So this is the one thing basically. And this mostly basically, if one normal person basically can think up to that level, then big software company basically might have thought this long before basically. That is basically the IITs, IIM group basically are there. They basically can't think up to that level. The Infosys, like basically Infosys means that is IIT person basically. Just a minute, I will take the qualification. Infosys. Qualification CV. Bachelor degree in electrical engineer from the University of Mysore and master degree technology from IIT basically. So it's a very highly qualified. That also in 1969 basically. So very highly qualified person basically. He basically don't take BCom people basically, but take BCom people basically in contract basis, but they don't take basically. I actually applied in Infosys basically, but he has not given the job basically. So see the data science project basically. Just now basically it has generated. This project basically 100% I am telling software company is not having. Software company is not having. So this is the one thing. This project basically the software company have to create. So one of the person told that how basically you can say that basically this software company, how basically the software company will get create basically this software project basically how they are going to, because software companies are basically how basically the software company gets the project. That is the main thing. The way is one of the server basically, the server example I have given, how basically they gets the project or gets the roadmap. This project basically assume that somebody has dumped into the software server basically, and they are going to take from the business development officers. And this is the only way. Software company basically gets projects like this way only basically. That is the servers. From servers only basically they get the project because they have the entire data. Because to create one project basically it's not so easy basically. It's a very huge plan basically are done basically, because you can't say that basically this which project basically can become the biggest project also basically. Small project basically can become the biggest project also basically. So this is basically the data science project basically. That is this is actually not small project also. This is also 100 crore metrics basically. That is the small project basically. To maintain the 100 crore metrics basically across the world, 22 blood groups people basically are there, and they basically are handling the stuff basically. So it's not so easy also basically to handle the stuff basically. So this is the new project basically just now we created. That is a data science project, and this everything basically is already created basically. Just now basically we created, and this basically one of the business analyst basically is going to do the business analysis, and he is basically going to dump to any of the server basically. So it can be any server basically who gets first basically this information basically. Whoever basically is going, whichever server basically is the server owner basically is going to get the information of this project first basically. He is going to do the business analysis, and he is going to launch this project into the market basically with the help of the server. But nothing basically can we do day or night basically. You have to do lots of hard work basically. So this is data science project. 100 crore metrics is there basically, and this has generated just now basically in Vadodara city, and the time is 11th February 2024, and time is 17 means 5 o'clock, 5:45 basically. So this project basically generated just now basically. That is the data science project, and this is the business development officer basically, whoever basically gets the project basically first, whoever basically sees this video first and basically gets some idea, and he basically starts the project. And this project 100% basically you don't software industry is not having. 100 crore metrics means you can just imagine basically 100 crore metrics. It's a huge project basically, but energy level company basically might be having. So in next video basically we are going to see that project, that is the energy level project, which is that software company who is having this project, and they are basically not going to share the project basically because it's very highly confidential project basically. So they can't share the data. If they are sharing, then basically it's very dangerous. So software company have to create that basically.